Hi! Welcome to Now TV. Superwoman here. Well, sort of. Anyways, I'm just going to show, basically, an idea of what Superwoman would look like in pieces, because I can't put it all together, I can't draw. So I'm just going to sort of give an idea of what I looked like before I had my second baby, to show what her whole look would look like in cartoon. Long ponytail, obviously. My hair would normally be dry. The signature S curl to go with my twin brother, Superman, of course, and glasses. We'll start from the beginning. I was living up north, and I'm naturally just that way. I was living where I was born, in Prince Rupert, and I took a trip on the highway, and I slept out on the side of the road and froze to death overnight, and it wasn't really, cold season. And my glasses, the ones with the tinge effect, I stepped on them, and I wore them until they broke. So and then I was realizing I had this thing that I do that just couldn't take away from me. I just had that touch. Anyways, I realized then that it was Christopher talking to me. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, you're so naturally that, you just stepped in a puddle. And then I did step in a puddle in Kitimat or something. So I was, starting to write stuff. I had no idea at the time that the TV show Smallville was shot in Burnaby while I was writing what I was working on in my head, because I thought I could just do a Canadian version over here, being that the creators are from over here anyway. Then it turns out that they shot it here, so it sort of killed what I was doing. I can still do what I'm doing, it just has to be altered a little bit with what they're doing, and I can't play the twin. Because I'm writing with the movie deal. So, these are the new glasses that I came up with. You can also see different kind of glasses, very similar. There's in my profile picture of me and how I looked 2 summers ago. So that goes like that. She even has little earrings to go. She has a very classy look. Superwoman, she likes to wear dress pants and stuff in evening wear. All her clothes have got to have pockets. Must have pockets and belts. And all her shoes, her footwear, special footwear. So she's got these little moon earrings with stars that she wears with the full get-up. Steel toe is what I was trying to say. She wears golf shoes when she's wearing her dress clothes, and they're steel-toed, but nobody knows that. It's sort of, like a defense mechanism, like a weapon of sorts. She doesn't have to be in a tight outfit, obviously, to fly. She can fly at any time. Anyway, when she's, sort of like in between, a summer look or whatever, she wears... Well, I'm going to lose sound, so you're just going to get a picture out of this. Oops. Okay, there, hopefully you got that. That was it in pieces, what the outfit looks like. She's got like an undershirt, like a camisole. It goes underneath her white sweater, which is, her household look. She loves to wear sweaters with hoods, which is where the imitation, the imposter Superwoman, came up with the way she wears her outfits. She wears a thing with a hood, because that's what she was told to look for. Superwoman keeps herself covered by having, hoods on her sweaters and stuff. She loves long sleeve shirts. She keeps herself covered. But she loves wearing sweaters. The sweaters will have her Hampton crest, the Virginia Navy base that she's from on it. And later on we can add it to her Superwoman stuff. You can have her Superwoman symbol, her own symbol. The symbol is a representation of the love that she has for home, planet, for Krypton, for her twin brother. And the unity that they can't have by being together, because they're sent to Earth to save the world, so they could live on it, and so the humans could live on it. So the reason they were sent to Earth separately was because of the necessity to protect each other, or should something happen, there would always be one to do something, right, to protect the Earth from the dangers, which is where the story leads to. Something happens to her brother. She does know what he looks like. She has seen him. She has gone and spotted him, which comes into the character's story with Jonathan Kent. When everybody thought he was dead, and he wasn't. He was just hanging out with her at the Navy base and her adopted father, the captain, S.H.R. Doyle, where she gets her adopted Earth name from. Jonathan tries to convince her to go back to Smallville. She doesn't. So he stays for a while. And then she goes off and does this thing in Cuba with a piano, because the captain has this thing about ships and pianos and musical instruments, and there's a Steinway in Cuba that's stuck in a castle with an old lady, and so she goes down there to try to rescue the old lady, who happens to be from Nova Scotia, who's like 101 years old, who they won't let come back to Canada, and all her money's been stolen, like millions of dollars. So she's getting like $97 a month, which her aide that's been with her since she was a piano student is living off of with her to take care of her. So she tries to bring her back here and stuff, and Jonathan decides, well, the captain first follows his daughter, going, what is she doing? She's not superhuman, or at least he doesn't know what she is. Goes and follows her. And then, of course, Jonathan says, well, if those two fools are in Cuba, what the heck am I doing here? So he goes and follows them. All in all, it takes a good couple of years of life and interaction where everybody in Smallville, or Kansas, in Jonathan's life, thinks he's passed away. And we can still do this in the Superman work, too, if there was a way to do Superman 5. Where there was a brief period where he was dead, but he wasn't dead, which we don't have in those 4, but we could probably work around that. Otherwise, Smallville could work around it with theirs. So eventually, the idea was to get her back to Smallville. But that's how he spotted her, because she went there to see what he looked like, her brother. And then he's like, well, boy, she sure does look like me. Boy, she looks like Clark, too. And he remembered the article, the newspaper clip, from back when he found him and brought him home, that he had left in the chest with all the adoption papers that he never went and looked up and stuff. So, yeah, if you can draw the idea of that with what you got there, there's another skirt. The second skirt is pink. She loves wearing pink and black, she's still very girl. The pink skirt is a bit bigger. It looks like this. Colors of that sweater, different designs, but everything always has to have hoods. She just has to have hoods on her sweaters. That's where the Superwoman imposter got it from. And of course you saw in the corner the Supergirl issue that inspired, where I picked up from your material, Elliot, to keep going from there with what was in my head since I was a kid. When I was watching the Superman movies being made, I knew then 3 sisters, a fraternal twin and 2 others. But it's taken all these years for all of this transpired, because I had to find what triggers how the story leads to where the movies go. And that's off of what you created with the Superwoman imposter. So hopefully we'll be able to bring it all together. Even if I don't reach you, somebody else can, and you'll know that it's inspired by what you started, because you knew in the back of your head too that there is a Superwoman somewhere. I'll try to rearrange the outfits to show a new design, but her dress tone's usually black or navy blue and stuff like that. She loves blue and pink and white. And the belt. The belt would have her symbol in it, and could also double as like a throw weapon. And she's got gloves. As you can see, pink ones. Looks pretty neat. Boxing, because she grew up in the Navy, so she's got all kinds of skills. She's sort of, the Hamptons. She's a Navy brat. Well, she's had money. She's had comfort and stuff, right? But she's very nice. But very high class and clean and stuff. Oh, she's tough. But as you can see, I look like Edward Scissorhand right now. I can't wear my clothes. I've had a baby. Now I look like the place where the baby's been. So Superwoman has had kids. I don't look as good as I did, but you can draw off the characters what they were. I have to go have a surgery, which will remove the swelling. Anyways, then I'll have my size back. But she'll be big, like I'm big. So she should match her brother, around 200 pounds of muscle and good, beautiful shape. Anyway, so this is the gloves. Maybe we don't need them in the comics, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's it. I'll be back and to show you more. Thanks. Peace out, Superwoman.